Okay, new build going on here. C47 Skytrain. I built this when I was a kid, forever ago. I think maybe 13 or 14 years old. Love this model. Great kit. As a kid, got a lot of good playtime out of it. But of course, now that I'm more advanced age and a more sophisticated modeler, I'm gonna do this sucker up the way I never could have done it back then. So I want to show you what I've been playing around with so far. So I'm going to be putting floodlight in just like I did on my Hinkle. And the Hinkle I've put aside for a while because it's just getting kind of annoyed with it. Lots of little tiny pieces and just kind of annoying right now. And I've also drilled out space. Show you here. Let me get this back through here. Let me push it through that way. So drilled out for the propellers to use my little electric motors that I've got. So that'll fit nice and tight right there. Of course it's not going to sit in there very well right now since I've got the camera going. Okay. And then you've got the model molding for the piston assembly itself, and the piece comes with this extension arm for the propeller that you're not supposed to glue, so you can spin the propellers, but obviously I'm going to hook that up to the motor, and the diameter of that is larger than the end of my motor, so I'm going to have to secure that somehow. But setting it like that, the motor will fit in there just about right. And if I take my wing, I'm going to have to trim that a little bit more. So the motor will show up about right there, and that should be just about the right clearance for my landing gear to be in there too, so it should be fine. So everything is lining up well. I just need to gouge that out a little bit more. So let me do that. Thought I had this done enough. And I'm also trying to figure out how I want to do the formation lights, the red and the green at the wing tips, because the molding there is very thin, and I'm going to obviously have to excavate some of the plastic on the inside of the wing, but I'm also wondering how do I set it up for the light itself, because I could do fiber optic like I did with the Hinkle and my P38, which I'm still finishing, by the way. It's drying over at the other table. Even more. Okay. So the fiber optic isn't quite scaling right with this plane, so I don't know yet what I'm going to do about that, how and what I'm going to excavate out of that. Okay. So there we go. So the motor will be in about like that. So everything will hold together pretty well, and that'll be low enough profile into the wheel well that the electric motor will not be in the way. But I'm going to most likely have this on a diorama anyway. So here at the tips, you've got the piece molded on the outside, but you see that it's just totally flush on the inside of the wing. So I don't know what I want to do with that. I'm thinking that just the outside edge of that, the leading edge of that, is the actual light itself. And so I could cut that away, excavate that bit out, and leave that as an opening that I can then use some canopy glue in to form the crystal for it. And maybe that'll be how I solve that, because then I can just run my green LED to the end here. But even that, there's not going to be a lot of room, so the light, the LED, would have to be back here somewhere. So maybe I'm going to just have to do the fiber optic anyway. Decisions, decisions, decisions. If only the wing was just a little more open. But at least the floodlight is going to be perfectly fine and easy to go, just like on the Hinkle. That's what I've got to work out now, is what am I going to do to illuminate the light on the leading edge there. So this will be the green one here. And I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. So you see the little sanding I've done here. That's because they had the imprint of the date and the model, manufacturer, and everything for some reason on the outside of the model right there. So I just took my X-Acto knife and stripped that down, and then I sanded it smooth. I wish they would just keep putting all of that on the inside, but I know they want to advertise their goodies. But so that's what I've got to figure out. I guess I'm going to have to do fiber optics with it. And maybe that'll be fine. I don't know. It would be really cool if I could actually get an SMD in there. I could. I've got small enough ones. I don't know. I'm really going to have to think about that. So, you see, I've also got my 1/44 scale shuttle crawler here too. I'm doing some repairs on it. For some reason, the sound card stopped working, so I'm going to have to reinstall a new one to it. I don't know why that stopped working. So that was a little annoying, but I'll get that fixed up. And it gave me a chance to kind of make some finishing touches to the diorama base for it. Put a little more ballast on it and spray it down really well with the adhesive to hold it all in place. So, you know, you do what you do and you repair what you got to repair. And no, I still I still have my 2001 Discovery behind me on the other table, still sitting there, because I just do not want to get going on those frickin' little tiny storage compartments that run the entire spine. I know I need to do it, but I just so don't want to do it at the same time. It's just, oh my god. So I just wanted to show you what I've got going on my C47 so far. And I realize I'm going to have to order some more Tamiya rubber tire, the rubber black, the XF 85. So I'm getting low on that. But that's what I got going right now. So just a quick little update on new projects. Thanks.